I hope that many of you had the opportunity to read the paper that David Bright and other colleague presented on Julia Leerings or commented on Julia Leerings regarding the work that Oxfam has done in the market area and what we've done so that the work in markets can empower poor farmers. I believe that our objective is to empower farmers, but we've introduced the promotion of economic leadership in women as one of the things that we do jointly. We believe that the analysis of the market system can allow us to reach these goals. We believe that enterprise development can help us reach these goals. This is some sort of explanation that I'm going to give just to connect this morning's presentation with the program. If our intention is to increase the power of small farmers and promote economic leadership, we believe that the basic strategy is that they are organized and some sort of cooperative or farmers association for different issues, because of different issues, to be able to access to different raw materials or meet people. This is a fundamental area of what we do at Oxfam. Many times these farmers associations themselves or organizations that they create, they can become enterprises that can provide added value in order to increase the power of these farmers in the market. For example, by diversifying the different markets, this can be a group of cooperatives. They can access different markets with different businesses. There can be different investments. 1,000 farmers can purchase a machine, equipment that will allow them to add value, that will allow them to access the market and be included in the value chain. By developing capacities as well, or building capacities, this is a way of increasing power and promoting leadership spaces in the enterprises. These are some of the reasons why we believe that enterprise development can help to the empowerment of small-scale farmers and women as well. But there are many other ways of getting more power in the market as well. I am going to mention many of them as a transfer. For poor people having their own cow, for example, it's going to give them power to access the market. That's an intervention as well. It's legitimate. Dealing with inequality at home so that women can have more access and control on certain assets, that's going to be a way of empowering these participants as well. By reducing risks, that's another form of empowering them. This has to do with natural resources and climate change. And also empower people in political spaces. This is a way of empowering them and gain more power in the market. With regard to the change of policies and campaigns that we can conduct in order to change the perspectives, I'm not going to get into detail in this, but for us, those of us who work in livelihoods, we get the support from these charts. Have you ever seen this chart before? Can you raise your hand if you have? A lot of people. This is a diagram or chart that we use in order to explain the market system and fit it into small boxes that can allow us to have conversation to people at the table so that they can understand this or that. This is a way of just designing a chart and designing a change theory. My change theory, for example, is that by organizing producers in enterprises, we can reduce poverty. But by changing the rules of trade and public investment, we can also empower producers, or by changing practices and connecting all the producers in the chain, we can also do something. So allows us to see we are situated. And the last 2 years, we've introduced these two new systems that David and Chris have referred to: the household system and the natural resources system that can have implication in the risk and power of producers. Enterprise development, in which Oxfam GB and other Oxfam organizations are working in, we are trying to get an understanding of the entire system in which we have an enterprise and the government is about to use the area for another thing, for another initiative. Even though we are trying to have a vision of the whole process, we are trying to go in depth in an issue that's very fundamental, which is the development of these enterprises and the development of their business capabilities. Enterprise development, I don't know how to do it in Spanish. It could be enterprise and business development. In Spanish, the two things are translated as the same word: enterprise development or business development. This is something that I'm going to explain here. So the program that we have deals with the development of these enterprises with the knowledge of the entire market, and we've taken some of the critical aspects such as household and natural resources that we believe need to be discussed so that these enterprises can be sustainable. We can speak tomorrow about the details. At Oxfam GB, we are holding a series of webinars, online courses for people of other countries who would like to take a look at this market system. If you are interested, please talk to me so that I can invite you. The Edp program is a program that we coordinate at the global level, and it has identified 17 of these enterprises. Most of them are owned by small farmers or producers who are playing this role of transforming peasant farming into a feasible farming in the market. Let me give you a couple of examples. These are 5,000 beekeepers in Ethiopia in the last years. Oxfam has increased women's participation from 2 to 20%. The fact of having a company that they own, an enterprise that they own, has allowed them to enter new markets with their own trademark, and it's allowing them to diversify to other activities such as the building of beehives, the manufacturing of beehives. I want to tell you that this is a very novel program for us. We are learning a lot on how to develop enterprises. We are receiving support of people with a lot of expertise, mentors, people with great expertise, and this is a space that has become very attractive to invest in enterprises. But we are taking those that are more difficult, which have not a lot of capabilities, and working in farming. As we were telling you before, farming entails many problems. Land are owned by the producers, but there are many other models. It could be an individual or an enterprise that's owned by many people. This is a learning phase. In these enterprises, we are not only supporting but also investing Oxfam's money. We are using a loan so as to promote a relationship of enterprise development, and tomorrow we will be explaining about the good and bad experiences. This is a priority at the global level. These are proposals that we are selecting from several countries. They come in from many countries. Each year we have like 20 initiatives, and then we channel them through the investment committee with people who take a look at the idea from a commercial and social point of view. And then we have a group of people who are providing us with money. They are called the Enterprise Development Board, who are the ones who help us build the strategy and see what enterprises are going to be included in the program. We have many things to do with the program. We want to grow with the program, especially in Latin America. At this time, we have a lot of work that we are doing in order to increase the funds, donations, so as to be able to grow as our expectations grow as well. But I believe that we have a stronger alliance with the Latin American region. Let me tell you why we are adjusting this model. With the work that we've done, and Tim, Michaela, and other people, we are trying to get the experience of ADP to share skills with other country teams. We believe that the effort that we are going to make is going to develop new enterprises that are going to participate in this program in the future. Through the work in the country, we want to work with other approaches as well, and we are going to create opportunities so as to have links with local uh, experts that can help us out. And we will be able to earmark resources so that there are people in the region that can take a look at this topic specifically. In the end, we believe that in the end, when this pilot project comes to an end, we will be able to say, instead of a global program, we can